of 50 states. The United States spans a landmass nearly as large as Europe, offering an incredible variety of landscapes, cultures, and experiences. From the lush tropical islands of Hawaii to the majestic desert views of the Grand Canyon, and from the bustling multicultural energy of cities like New York and Chicago to quiet natural wonders scattered across the country, there's no shortage of places to explore. Let's take a look at some of the best destinations to visit across the USA. Number 15. New York City. There's simply nowhere like New York City. From the moment you arrive, it feels like you've stepped into the center of the universe. The skyline is iconic. The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the One World Observatory, all standing tall over neighborhoods that each pulse with their own unique vibe. Start in Manhattan, where Central Park offers a lush escape from the buzz of the city. You can bike its winding paths, row a boat on the lake, or simply sit with a pretzel and watch the world go by. The Museum of Modern Art and the Met hold world-class art collections that could take days to explore. Times Square dazzles with lights and energy, while Broadway's theaters offer unforgettable performances just steps away. Take the Staten Island Ferry for a free and scenic view of the Statue of Liberty in Lower Manhattan. Or walk the Brooklyn Bridge to explore the trendier side of the city with indie shops, rooftop bars, and food markets. There's something here for every traveler. Late night eats in Queens, jazz in Harlem, vintage treasures in Williamsburg. Planning your visit is all about pacing. Don't try to do it all in one trip. Choose your must-sees, use the subway, and let the city surprise you. Because in New York, every block has a story. Number 14. Grand Canyon, Arizona. The Grand Canyon isn't just a sight, it's an experience that humbles you to your core. Stretching nearly 300 miles long and over a mile deep, the canyon's vastness is hard to grasp until you're standing on the rim, staring into layers of ancient rock that glow red and gold in the light. Most visitors start at the South Rim, which is accessible year-round and filled with scenic viewpoints like Mather Point and Desert View. You can walk a portion of the rim trail or hike down into the canyon on the Bright Angel Trail, but be warned, it's a serious trek, and what goes down must come up. For something less strenuous, take a helicopter tour or watch the sunrise from Yaqui Point in the crisp morning silence. The North Rim is more remote, open only from May to October, and feels wilder, less crowded. Perfect if you're looking to get off the beaten path. Lodging inside the park books up fast, so reserve early or consider staying just outside in Tusayan or even in Flagstaff, about 90 minutes away. Whether you're gazing from the edge or descending into the depths, the Grand Canyon leaves a mark on your memory and your soul. Number 13. Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming. Yellowstone is nature turned up to full volume. It's the world's first national park and one of the most geologically fascinating places on the planet. You'll see steam rising from the earth, rainbow-colored hot springs, and geysers that erupt like clockwork. None more famous than Old Faithful, which never fails to draw a crowd. But Yellowstone isn't just about its hydrothermal wonders. It's home to an incredible array of wildlife, from grizzly bears and wolves to elk and herds of bison that roam freely across the valleys. Driving through Lamar Valley at dawn or dusk feels like stepping into a nature documentary. You can hike through pine forests to discover hidden waterfalls or take in panoramic views from the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, where the Yellowstone River thunders into deep, golden-hued cliffs. The park sprawls across 3 states, but most visitors enter from Wyoming. Plan to stay at least 3 to 4 days and use different bases like West Yellowstone or Gardner to explore various areas. Be ready for changing weather, even in summer, and keep a safe distance from wildlife. This is their home after all. Yellowstone is the kind of place that awakens a deep awe for the wild. Number 12. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas is a city like no other, glitzy, outrageous, and full of surprises. By day, you can wander the themed resorts along the Strip, from the canals of the Venetian to the Eiffel Tower at Paris, Las Vegas. At night, the city lights up with a glow that never really fades. This is when the magic happens. You can see world-class shows, Cirque du Soleil, top-name musicians, comedy, magic, or simply walk the Strip and people watch under the neon glow. If gambling isn't your thing, Vegas still has plenty to offer. Luxury spas, rooftop pools, Michelin-starred restaurants, and massive shopping centers. Beyond the city, don't miss a chance to explore the surrounding desert. Red Rock Canyon is just a short drive away and offers hiking trails and stunning rock formations. And if you've got the time, a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon or a day trip to the Hoover Dam adds a whole new dimension to your visit. Vegas thrives year-round, but spring and fall are the most comfortable for walking the Strip. Just remember, in this city, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind. So pace yourself, stay hydrated, and soak up the spectacle. Number 11. Washington, D.C. The capital of the United States is more than just a city of politics. It's a place where history lives and breathes in the streets, the monuments, and the museums. Start with the National Mall, a wide stretch of green, flanked by some of the most important landmarks in the country. You can stand at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial and look out over the reflecting pool toward the towering Washington Monument. Or visit the sobering yet powerful Vietnam and Korean War memorials. The Smithsonian museums are free and absolutely world-class. Whether you're marveling at the Hope Diamond in the Natural History Museum or gazing up at the Spirit of St. Louis in the Air and Space Museum, there's something here for every kind of curiosity. Beyond the mall, stroll through the cobblestone streets of Georgetown, visit the U.S. Capitol, or take a tour of the White House. In spring, the cherry blossoms burst into bloom around the tidal basin, drawing visitors from around the world. Public transportation is excellent, and walking is the best way to experience the city. D.C. is a place that blends the gravitas of national memory with a surprisingly lively and diverse food and art scene. It's where the past meets the present with every step. Number 10. Miami, Florida. In Miami, the vibe is sun-soaked, colorful, and endlessly vibrant. This is where Latin culture, beach life, and nightlife all blend into one electric energy. South Beach is the heart of it all, famous for its pastel Art Deco buildings, buzzing cafes, and the clear turquoise waters of the Atlantic. The beach itself is perfect for a morning swim or an afternoon of lounging, but it's the people watching along Ocean Drive that really makes the scene. Little Havana brings the rhythm of Cuba to Florida, with domino games in Maximo Gomez Park, salsa music in the streets, and strong cafecito served at Ventanitas on every block. Wynwood Walls offers a different kind of color. Massive street murals painted by artists from all over the world. At night, the city comes alive with rooftop bars, Latin jazz clubs, and beach parties that stretch into the early morning hours. Beyond the city, you can take a boat tour of Biscayne Bay to see the mansions of the rich and famous, or drive down to the Florida Keys for a day trip filled with island vibes. Miami is best visited in winter or spring when the weather is warm but not overwhelming. Just pack your sunscreen and your dancing shoes. This city was made to be lived out loud. Number 9. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is the kind of city that grabs you with its bold architecture, then keeps you with its friendly neighborhoods and legendary food. Standing along the shore of Lake Michigan, it offers big city culture with a Midwestern heart. Start downtown with a walk through Millennium Park to see Cloud Gate, aka the Bean, and explore the cutting-edge art at the Art Institute of Chicago. The city's skyline is best admired from the sky deck at Willis Tower or on an architecture boat cruise down the Chicago River. But don't just stick to downtown. Each neighborhood has its own charm. Head to Wicker Park for hip boutiques, Pilsen for colorful murals and Mexican eats, or Lincoln Park for a quieter stroll among historic homes. Deep dish pizza is a must, but Chicago's food scene goes far beyond that. Hot dogs, Italian beef, and high-end fusion are all part of the mix. The city is lively year-round, but summer is especially sweet with festivals, outdoor concerts, and beach days by the lake. The L train makes it easy to get around, and the friendly locals are always happy to point you in the right direction. In Chicago, you get the sophistication of a world-class city with a generous dose of warmth and personality. Number 8. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is a city of endless possibilities where movie magic meets beach town cool. It's sprawling, yes, but that just means there's more to discover. Start with Hollywood for the classic experience. Walk the Walk of Fame, visit the TCL Chinese Theater, and hike up to the Griffith Observatory for panoramic views of the city and the iconic Hollywood sign. Then head west to Santa Monica and Venice Beach, where you can bike along the ocean front, or just soak in the sun and the surf. Downtown LA has come alive in recent years, with artsy neighborhoods like the Arts District and Little Tokyo offering cool galleries and incredible food. Speaking of food, LA's culinary scene is a dream. Think Korean BBQ, taco trucks, vegan cafes, and upscale rooftop restaurants all in one day. If you're a movie enthusiast, take a tour at Warner Brothers or Universal Studios, where you can walk through real sets and behind-the-scenes worlds. Nature lovers can escape to the nearby mountains or even take a day trip to Malibu or Catalina Island. Because LA is so spread out, renting a car is often the best way to explore, but ride shares and metro options make it doable without. With sunshine almost year-round, there's never a bad time to visit the City of Angels. Number 7. San Francisco, California. San Francisco is a city that charms you at every turn, with its rolling hills, historic cable cars, and that iconic red bridge stretching across the bay. The best way to get to know this city is to wander. Start at Fisherman's Wharf, where you can watch sea lions lounge on the docks or grab a fresh bowl of clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl. From there, hop on a ferry to Alcatraz Island for a tour of the infamous former prison. It's eerie, fascinating, and offers incredible views back toward the city's skyline. Ride a cable car up to Nob Hill, then walk down the famously crooked Lombard Street. Golden Gate Park stretches for miles and is filled with hidden gems, botanical gardens, bison paddocks, even a Japanese tea garden where you can pause for some quiet. But the star, of course, is the Golden Gate Bridge. You can walk or bike across it, especially beautiful at sunset when the fog rolls in and the whole scene feels like a painting. The city's neighborhoods are each like their own little worlds. Chinatown, the oldest in North America, buzzes with markets and dumpling shops. The Mission is vibrant and artsy, home to stunning murals and some of the best burritos you'll ever eat. And Haight-Ashbury still carries the spirit of the summer of love, with vintage shops and colorful Victorian houses. San Francisco's weather is unpredictable, so always carry a jacket and good walking shoes. It's a city best explored slowly, on foot, where every steep street reveals another postcard-perfect view. Number 6. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans isn't just a place, it's a feeling. It's the sound of jazz spilling into the streets, the smell of beignets frying in the quarter, and the rhythm of a city that's always dancing between history and celebration. Start your visit in the French Quarter, where wrought iron balconies hang over cobbled streets and centuries-old buildings now house cocktail bars, voodoo shops, and live music joints. Jackson Square is the heart of it all, bordered by street performers and artists, with the stunning St. Louis Cathedral watching over. In the morning, stop by Café du Monde for coffee and those powdered sugar-dusted beignets. In the evening, wander Bourbon Street or take a quieter stroll along Royal Street, where the music is more soulful and the crowds a little thinner. For a deeper sense of the city, head to the Garden District to see grand old mansions shaded by ancient oaks. Take a riverboat cruise on the Mississippi, or ride the historic streetcars that still clang through the city. And of course, eat gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys, mufuletas. Each dish tells a story of the many cultures that shaped this city. If you can, time your trip with Mardi Gras or one of the city's many music festivals. But even on a quiet Tuesday, New Orleans knows how to throw a party. Just don't rush it. This is a city best savored, one slow sip at a time. Number 5. Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu is where paradise meets culture, where the waves meet city streets, and every sunset feels like it was painted just for you. It's the gateway to Oahu, and while the beaches are the initial draw, it's the deep-rooted Hawaiian spirit that keeps visitors coming back. Waikiki Beach is the heart of it all, lined with high-rise hotels, tiki bars, and gentle waves perfect for beginner surfers. You can rent a board right on the beach, or take a lesson if it's your first time. As the sun dips, catch a beachfront luau, or just listen to ukulele music drift through the air. But beyond the beach, there's so much more. Hike up Diamond Head for sweeping views of the coastline, or explore the lush trails of Manoa Falls. A visit to Pearl Harbor is both moving and essential. Standing on the USS Arizona Memorial connects you to a powerful piece of American history. The city itself is full of culture. From the Iolani Palace, the only royal palace in the U.S., to the bustling Chinatown markets and plate lunch spots, where you can feast like a local. Be sure to rent a car for at least a day to explore the rest of the island. Drive the scenic North Shore for big surf and shrimp trucks, or snorkel in the clear waters of Hanauma Bay. Honolulu is more than a beach destination. It's a doorway into a unique culture and a reminder to live a little slower with aloha in your heart. Number 4. Orlando, Florida. Orlando is the land of magic, where childhood dreams come to life, and let's be honest, adults love it just as much. It's home to some of the world's most famous theme parks, starting with Walt Disney World. You could spend days just within its 4 parks. Magic Kingdom with Cinderella's castle and nightly fireworks, Epcot with international pavilions and futuristic rides, Hollywood Studios with Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, and Animal Kingdom with its lush landscapes and towering Avatar world. Then there's Universal Orlando Resort, where Harry Potter fans can ride the Hogwarts Express between Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, or brave thrill rides like the Velocicoaster. Staying on property at a theme park hotel adds convenience, early access to rides, free transportation, and immersive experiences. But there are plenty of off-site options for budget-conscious travelers too. Beyond the parks, Orlando offers a growing food scene, natural springs for swimming or kayaking, and charming neighborhoods like Winter Park filled with boutiques and lakeside cafes. It's wise to book tickets and reservations in advance, especially for popular restaurants or rides. The weather is warm year-round, but summer can bring heat and crowds. Spring and fall offer a more comfortable experience. Whether you're traveling with kids, friends, or just yourself, Orlando taps into something joyful and timeless in all of us. Number 3. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah feels like a city frozen in time, in the best way. Cobblestone streets wind beneath moss-draped oak trees, and every square you stumble into feels like it was pulled from a storybook. This southern gem is known for its charm, its haunting beauty, and its history. Layered, complex, and fascinating. Start in the historic district, where you can stroll past grand antebellum mansions and shady town squares, each with its own fountain or statue, and quiet benches, perfect for lingering. The architecture here tells stories of old wealth, of resilience, of Southern grace. Take a guided ghost tour in the evening for a spooky take on the city's past. Or visit Bonaventure Cemetery during the day, where Spanish moss and ornate headstones create an eerily beautiful scene. River Street runs along the Savannah River and is lined with old cotton warehouses turned into boutiques, bars, and restaurants. Try some classic Southern cooking, shrimp and grits, fried green tomatoes, biscuits slathered in gravy, and wash it down with sweet tea or something stronger from one of the city's many cocktail bars. What makes Savannah unique is how walkable it is. You can explore the whole historic district on foot. And unlike other cities, open container laws mean you can sip a to-go drink as you stroll. Come in spring for blooming azaleas, or in fall for mild weather and fewer crowds. In Savannah, you don't just visit, you slow down and feel the soul of the South. Number 2. Seattle, Washington. Seattle is where coffee meets culture, where mountain views frame city skylines, and where a little rain only adds to the cozy vibe. Set between Puget Sound and Lake Washington, and watched over by snow-capped Mount Rainier, the city is a dream for outdoor lovers and culture seekers alike. Start at Pike Place Market, where fresh seafood, handmade crafts, and street performers come together in a lively, colorful setting. Watch the famous fish-throwing vendors, grab a pastry from a local bakery, and don't forget to visit the original Starbucks just around the corner. From there, head to the waterfront for a ride on the Seattle Great Wheel, or catch a ferry to Bainbridge Island for a peaceful escape with stunning skyline views on the return. For art and tech lovers, the Museum of Pop Culture and the Chihuly Garden and Glass exhibit showcase the city's creative spirit. And no trip to Seattle is complete without ascending the Space Needle, especially on a clear day, when you can see everything from the Olympics to the Cascades. The city's neighborhoods each have their own flavor. Capitol Hill is edgy and vibrant. Ballard is filled with Scandinavian history and waterfront vibes. And Fremont lives up to its motto of freedom to be peculiar. Bring a jacket. Yes, the rain is real, but it's rarely heavy. And when the sun does shine, Seattle is breathtaking. It's a city where nature and innovation meet, and every coffee shop is an invitation to slow down and savor the moment. Number 1. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is a city of firsts, America's first public school, first subway system, and the birthplace of the Revolution. But it's also a place where the past and present blend seamlessly, where centuries-old brick buildings sit beside modern innovation hubs. The best way to get to know Boston is by walking the Freedom Trail, a 2.5-mile red brick path that takes you past historic sites like Paul Revere's house, Faneuil Hall, and the site of the Boston Massacre. Along the way, you'll feel like you're stepping through the pages of early American history. But there's more to the city than its revolutionary roots. Stroll through the Boston Common and Public Garden, where you can ride the famous swan boats or simply enjoy a peaceful afternoon. Fenway Park is a must for sports fans. It's one of the oldest baseball stadiums in the country, and catching a Red Sox game there is a classic experience. The neighborhoods here each have their own distinct feel. Back Bay offers upscale shopping and Victorian brownstones. The North End brings old-world Italian charm and unbeatable cannoli. And Cambridge, just across the river, is home to Harvard and MIT, where academia meets cool coffeehouse culture. Boston is especially beautiful in the fall, when the leaves turn fiery red and gold. With its compact size and excellent public transit, it's a city made for exploring and for discovering just how much history, heart, and charm can fit into one place. And there you have it. 15 unforgettable places across the United States, each offering its own unique slice of adventure, beauty, and culture. There's something here for every kind of traveler. The only question left is, where will you go first? Be sure to watch the video on screen next. Happy travels, everyone!